Donuts.
Welcome to the Dolls and Donuts podcast, episode 39. In today's episode, we'll talk about what's going on in the animal rights community and what's been happening at Robin's Vegan Dollhouse. So, Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year!
From the past, because it's not even Christmas yet. Spoiler alert.
The ghost of Christmas.
So we have it all ahead of us, but when you hear this, it's all behind you.
So I hope everybody's recovering from a fun late night, or you're starting off your New Year right.
Yeah. If you're like me, you're like, oh, I stayed up till 10:45 instead of 10:30. So I am having a rough morning now. Yeah. Now I had when I was growing up, like late teens, I had a string of just really bad New Year's, and I just was like, okay, I'm done with this.
Oh, really?
Done celebrating, yeah. And I'll do something, but usually, I don't stay up till midnight anymore.
But like, were they bad? Like, you went to parties and got stuck there because there were no Ubers home, or like?
Oh, I wasn't even. No, Uber didn't exist when I was this stuff. Just drama, like stuff. It never really had to do with me, but I was like, and of course I was always sober, so it's like just a bunch of drunk people getting in that, not like physical fights, but like just drama, and you're the sober person, and you're like, why am I here? This is stupid. I can be home. Whatever. So, that early on, I'm just, like, not too into New Year's, you know.
Yeah.
But
well, you always come over and celebrate with me.
Yeah. Yeah, then I go home, like, within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, you do go home early. I don't do parties, though. We're not, like, having parties where everyone's drinking and there's drama.
Yeah, yeah.
When
so
that's
I enjoy that.
Low-key thing.
The drama-free. Are you gonna do it this year again?
Yeah, I think so.
I know you were debating it.
I was debating because I thought I was leaving on a road trip on the 1st, but it turns out I'm not going.
Okay.
So now I feel like I don't have to.
You have to.
Well, now I don't know. Now it's kind of a fun thing where I feel like people have a place to go when they don't like to go to raging parties, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to provide that as like...
You're a good provider.
Right?
Essentially a kid-friendly New Year's Eve party for adults.
Yeah, exactly. All my adults are children.
Yeah, I usually am asleep, like 10:30, 11, which is even late night for me normally. That's staying up late. And then I'll hear people hoot and hollering outside, and I'm like, I'll wake up at midnight, and I'll be like, Happy New Year to Matt, Happy New Year. And then go back to sleep. Like, we'll wake up when we hear, like, people lighting off fireworks and stuff, and then it's back to sleep. Yeah, I'll usually hear people making a little kerfuffle for
kerfuffle
when it turns midnight. Nobody really keeps it going, but at midnight I'll hear people, and then we're all like, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. We'll reconvene this in the morning when we're conscious.
Maybe if everybody leaves before midnight, I'll go out at midnight and hike up to this place that we've been hiking at and watch fireworks. Because last time we were up there, I was like, this would be a great place to watch fireworks. I need to remember that. Maybe. I don't know.
Would you even be allowed to be up there at night?
I don't know.
Usually any kind of like hiking places close
there are gates.
At sundown, sunrise and sunset usually.
Yeah, there are gates that probably can be closed, so maybe I can't get up there.
You probably can, but
I'll try.
Depending on the gate, but you might not supposed to be there.
I'm probably not supposed to be, but I'm okay with that part.
Anyway, so we hope you're having a good New Year's Day.
Yeah, and if you are not vegan, then why are you listening to our podcast? Well,
we're happy to have you.
If you're not vegan, or if you have friends and family who aren't yet vegan, there's this thing called Veganuary.
Mm-hmm. I have heard of this.
I haven't known a lot about it. I've seen like hashtags, and we're following each other on Twitter, and so I was recently thinking, well, it's coming up, and I think it's kind of an idea for people to take a challenge if anybody has ever said to you, I'm kind of like interested in veganism, or asks you questions. Veg curious. I like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like all of us have someone in our lives who asks us about our veganism, like not in a negative way. like actually
genuine curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah. And those might be the kind of people that you can tell them about Veganuary and see if they're interested in just trying to be vegan for 1 month. And the Veganuary.com website has a lot of helpful things.
Resources.
Yeah, resources. And it's things that probably Ashley and I don't really even think about anymore because we've been vegan so long. But
it's a big deal for someone that's starting out, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, like, some of the questions you might have is, how do I go out to eat? And so there's, like, a little guide for going out to eat. And some of the questions you might have is, how do I go shopping? And there's, like, a label reading guide in there. And as well as, like, ideas for meals that you could have and how to bake and things like that.
Easy substitutes and all that stuff. Stuff that you didn't even think about now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we were thinking that maybe we can all challenge ourselves to open that door to somebody that we know that seems like they might be interested or that might be curious.
Yeah. It's going to be a change for me because usually January for me is called Ashuary. Because my birthday's at the end of January. But I suppose I can share it just this one time.
This one time and forevermore. Just kidding.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We know in our hearts, obviously, that the month is yours.
First, and then, yeah okay.
But we also know that your birthday wish is that we save all the animals.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's still for you. It's just a rebranding.
It's still about me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Whew. I was worried there for a second.
Yeah. So let's see. So we'll have had our New Year party, and we did a holiday party.
Okay, so I had my second annual Christmas potluck, Christmas, well, what did Sarah call it? She called it like the Christmas movie viewing party and potluck or something. So, so we had a bunch of, tried to get some savory, and actually I thought we were going to have way heavy sweets, like way more than being able, because everybody wants to make sweet stuff, right? Nobody wants to make savory stuff. But actually we had a lot of savory stuff, so we were able to actually kind of have like a meal of like finger foods and stuff, and then we had plenty of sweet stuff too, but yeah, that worked out. So we had the spread, and then we watched the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yes, which is still hilarious.
Still good, yeah.
After all this time.
I watched it twice this year already.
Oh, wow.
I watched it, we had it on when we were putting our Christmas decorations up, like our lights. Like, we didn't sit down and watch it, but we had it on for the ambiance. And then we watched it recently, so. And then I had watched it last year. I watched it, like, every year.
Oh, wow. So I hadn't seen it since, like, the 80s or whenever it came out.
Oh, geez,
and so it was a huge shock for me because I forgot that Juliette Lewis was in that, which I think is so weird. How did I not know?
A little baby.
Yeah. And so in all of the other National Lampoon's movies, which I also haven't seen since the 80s or whenever they came out, are they the same two kids? Because I know the grown-ups are the same.
I know no, I don't think so.
No?
I can't remember. I've seen the Vegas one.
I've seen the European one.
I don't think I've seen that one. I think I've only seen the Vegas and the Christmas one.
Okay. And you think it was different different child actors?
So. I think so, yeah. I think they don't come at me, but I think they were different.
Anyway, I'm totally in hearts with Juliette Lewis, so that was very exciting for me. I was paying very close attention to her parts.
Yeah, so it was fun.
It was super fun. And then I also did a holiday, I don't know what they called it either. All these holiday brandings, I can't remember, but they did a holiday event at the Performing Animal Welfare Society Sanctuary out in California in the middle. In the middle
of California?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can never remember the tiny town that it's in, Valley Springs or something. Anyway.
That sounds right.
So
sounds legit.
I've only been there the one time before for the elephant experience. And so this time I got to see the other animals that are there too. And they have tigers and they have bears. But obviously I spent the most of my time with the elephants.
How long a drive is that?
It's so long. It's so long. It's like 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, that's about the same in Farm Sanctuary.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'd have to go there.
It's not that bad.
Can you just show up? I guess I should look it up. But
they only have an event once a month.
Okay. Only open for visitors once a month?
They're only open for visitors once a month, which I think is really good. That's one of the things I kind of like about them is because I don't think it's good for animals to be having people in and out of their area that often.
Yeah, that's good.
I know farm animals are okay with it, but like elephants
it's a different,
and stuff,
totally different
type
of animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing I like about going there is, so the guy that started it with his wife, like back in the day in the 70s, they started rescuing these animals, and he does the tours. And so every time I go, I learn something new, because he's just telling the stories, all the stories he's come across so many things, and people just like, flying him out to other countries to try to help animals. There's just like so much to learn, and he's been trying, he's been on all these like wildlife groups, trying to rescue and be a lawmaker, and it's like so much stuff.
Advocate.
Yeah. So it's like interesting for so many different reasons. It's like I could just sit there all day and just watch the elephants trot around and be all cute, but also just like listening to all his wealth of knowledge. So one thing I forgot to tell you about your holiday party is that I was expecting Penny to be in a cute holiday outfit.
She has her sweater. She wore it last year. She's got a Christmas sweater.
She wasn't wearing anything.
No, I was running late, and I was
okay.
like trying to get the food ready. Yeah, no,
There are expectations.
I know.
Okay.
She had it on last year. Yeah, she has a Christmas sweater, and I haven't broke it out yet, honestly, which is crazy because usually I put it on her like 4 or 5 times during December.
For anyone who's listening, if you have a furry family member who likes wearing clothes, always have them in clothes.
Yeah, she's got
the world wants it.
A bag of clothes. And it's not even stuff that I'm, oh, Ashley, you're a weirdo. You buy your dog clothes all the time. No, people buy them for her. Like I bought her a Christmas sweater. I bought her a Halloween costume. Mm-hmm. She has a Halloween costume. Not much else I've bought her. Everybody buys her clothes. So,
she likes them.
Actually, I've got her a few things. I got her, in Hawaii, I got her a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a swimsuit, and I was going to laugh.
No, that'd be cute. A little bikini or something. It'd look weird with all the nipples she has, like all these patches.
Challenge accepted.
4, whatever they have, I don't know.
8
boobs.
I think they have 8 boobs.
Anyway, no, that'd be funny. No, I got her a few little special things, but like people buy her clothes a lot, so. But she does like them. She does. Oh, she has a pair of pajamas that actually like goes on down her legs.
Yeah, that's why I want to see her.
But they're pink with cupcakes on them.
I only come over like twice a year, so every time I come over, she should be wearing a different outfit.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay. It's not really
Christmas morning, she always wears. Christmas Eve, she wears her sweater, her Christmas sweater, and then Christmas morning, she wears her little pajamas, because we're all in pajamas.
Okay, so let's see. What other things have we been doing to celebrate the holidays?
Oh, to celebrate?
Oh, we made the trees. We made holiday trees.
So on our cooking show, Dishing at the Dollhouse, we made, you and Kimmy made. I shake and bake and I helped. I, did everything else, but recorded it and edited it and all that fun stuff. But you guys made, I'm calling them holiday trees. Or are we calling them Christmas trees?
I mean, listeners, what do you want?
The holiday tree formerly known as a Christmas tree.
Yes, exactly.
A festive decorated tree.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of those are good.
Yeah.
They're pastel, which makes them better than most holiday trees, I think.
That makes them our holiday trees, for sure.
But you guys can find it if you search Dishing at the Dollhouse?
Yeah, if you just Google Dishing at the Dollhouse, you'll find our channel, and then you can watch our first episode, too. So that's on there.
Oh, yeah.
So then you can see all the episodes
if you
of the 2
the
of them.
Of all 2 of them.
Yeah.
What else? Is that it?
Yeah, well, this weekend, it hasn't happened yet, but I am going to the, is it Los Gatos?
Oh, yeah, there's
Gatos.
Like
the park.
Street of Lights or something.
It's the whole park.
Mm.
They close it down, they decorate the entire park, and then you pay, they have a few nights that are walk-through, but before, I think it's Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve. Obviously, Christmas Day, they don't do it. They do it on Christmas Eve. I'm going the day before Christmas Eve, so Sunday, the 23rd. So basically, this entire park, it's a big park, and there's not really roads in it, but I guess there's pavement and stuff, so they use it. I guess I've only been there at night for this. I don't know if if they've made the kind of ways for the cars to go or if it's actually roads through this. I don't think it is. But anyway, they've made it so cars can go through, and you basically just drive through, and like all the stuff is set to music. You go to a certain radio station. So Christmas music. So you drive through in your car, and you turn your lights out, like your headlights. You're going like 3 miles an hour, so everybody sees each other, and you just drive through, and there's like all these different decorations and like lights and like big like scenes, different scenes. We went last year, and it was really cool. Yeah, I really liked it. So we're gonna do that this year, because my favorite part of Christmas is Christmas lights. That's my favorite thing.
I think that would be my favorite thing, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my lights up year-round, so I must be into them.
Yeah, and it's really reasonable. It's only $20 for a car up to 6 people. So for 6 people, it's only $20 if you can fit that in your car. Yeah. So you don't pay by person.
And it's good for lazy people like me.
Yeah, and you can stay warm. You get to stay warm and stuff in your car. So yeah, so we'll be doing that. And that'll be my... And then the next day's Christmas Eve, so then the actual Christmas stuff starts.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Florida when my mom lived there, and there was a house in the same town that lived on a farm, and they decorated the whole farm every year.
Oh, that'd
be so cool. It must have been so much work because it wasn't drive-through. You walked around, but it wasn't like a gigantic lot of like it wasn't too much walking. And it never gets cold in Florida, so it's not like you were cold. Everyone put on a light sweater.
Yeah. Do you remember the Gaylord Palms in Orlando? That big hotel and convention center?
No.
Okay. Well, they did like it's a traveling kind of exposition or whatever, and it was like ice. So it was, you had to they had to give you like these polar coats, like huge coats that you had to wear. And basically it was all ice sculptures, like crazy ice scenes that were like, I guess they bring it. I mean, I don't know if they bring the ice in and then the artists do them there, or if they move them to each place and keep them cold. I don't know. But there was like, and that year they were doing like Shrek, so like the ice was all and they color all the ice too. Like it's all done by lights and stuff. So it was really cool. But that was in Florida.
Can you touch them?
No. I think there might have been parts of it you could touch, but you couldn't touch like the big ones and stuff. Yeah.
Melt pretty fast, probably.
Yes, that was a cool thing we did in Florida. And you walk outside and you're like, oh, because it was like, obviously it's below freezing in there to keep the stuff from melting. And then you walk outside and it's like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
You're just like faint because you're like, oh, my body doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, I felt that way in Florida just going into the grocery store and then back outside.
Oh, yeah.
Like the temperature changes.
I talk to people about living in Florida. It's like you are either freezing or you are sweltering hot. Like
there's no in between.
Like then you're drenched. Either one of those. That's a third option. You're either drenched and freezing, or you're drenched and hot because of the rain.
Yeah.
Every day at 4, it's a torrential downpour.
It does
so
see that.
There's a third option, but your temperature doesn't change.
Well, the one thing that you would not have liked, and I know you're way into Christmas, but at this farm there was a barn that you go in. And it was like 100 Christmas dolls.
Ew. No, I wouldn't like that. I thought you were going to say some Jesus-y thing, which I also wouldn't have liked. But that's what I don't like about Christmas is the Jesus-y stuff. Just come at me. I'm
well, you can add Christmas dolls to the list of things you don't
that loves Christmas, okay? But yes, also Christmas dolls. That would be second. Gross. No.
I didn't even like it, and I like dolls.
What's worse than a doll? A barn full of dolls.
Yes,
and then they're destroying Christmas by being Christmas dolls. Oh.
Yeah, they moved. Yeah, it was gross.
Oh no,
it was wrong.
Oh god, that's like a worse that they moved. I thought they just stood there like. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, well I'm glad I never saw that.
Yeah. Is it time for Ask Ashley?
Yeah.
And now it's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me.
So, Ashley, what's been up with the animals lately?
Okay, so now we're getting back to news after a few months of just having fun, not caring what's happening in the world. I tried to level it out with something bad and something good. So there is a article in the Guardian. Actually, both of these articles are very fleshed out. They're like really long and like detailed, and they're both got a lot of good information in them. So they are super long. So I'm just gonna, as usual, give you like a brief overview. So the first story is from the Guardian. And the headline is Abuse of Animals Rife on Farms Across Europe, Auditors Warn. So the EU, European Union, for those of you who aren't familiar with that, they did a big audit of their factory farms. I think they call them, in the article, they keep referring to intensive farms. I think that's just their term for factory farms.
Okay.
Like high volume farms, I guess. And they found some disturbing stuff. There was a couple areas that were bad. Like, obviously, so it was welfare was one, like just the conditions and practices on the farms. So with that, in that aspect, there were farms, there's a lot of loopholes where sometimes a farm is too small to be considered to be checked and everything. Like, a farm has to fall under certain criteria to be checked and to do blah 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 blah. So there's a bunch of loopholes where some of these farms get under the radar, and then there's also some of these farms they saw that were just not complying, just outright not complying. One instance they were saying, like, tail docking has been illegal in the EU since 2001 or 2011, and they said, like, it's been illegal for a long time now, but they're still finding it on farms. And there was
no repercussions?
But they said that, I guess, so at the end of all this, when I tell you more about it, but at the end of all this, they said, like, all this report is going to be given to, like, Parliament, and then they're going to, like, look at the report, and then they're going to, like, start, like, cracking down, apparently. That's why they wanted this report. So they guess, like, that might cause them to, like, pass different laws or stricter laws. And they did say that it's they just can't keep up. They just can't keep up with the farms, so they can't, like, giving the penalties out and following up on all this is hard to keep up with.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So the good thing about all this bad things, the one good thing about all the bad stuff they found is that it is going to the government, and that hopefully they seemed receptive to all of the recommendations that the auditors gave. So some other kind of areas of concern that they found were transport, that there's, like, recommended or legal standards for stopping so much, like, to feed and water the animals. And they said sometimes
they have to pee.
That was
once an hour, every 45 minutes.
God, I can imagine a truck full of you. Oh my goodness. This is like a truck full of Robins complaining about the music that's in the cab. So that wasn't being adhered to in their report. And there were a few other areas that they found that were concerning. So basically every area, like every part of, like, the quote process of these animals, where it was not being, they found problems all the way around, and widespread problems. Obviously, you're never going to have a perfect system, but they found a lot of problems. There was also, like, taking shortcuts, like deciding not to, like, have animals become unconscious before slaughtering. Like chickens, they're usually, ideally, they are electrocuted and knocked unconscious before their throats are slit. So sometimes they were just like, why are we doing that? You know what I mean? And
oh my God.
And also killing cows in a way that's not the bolt to the head, because they wanted to sell the brains. So they would try to kill them around in the neck or something to not give damage to the brain, because they wanted to use it to get, sell it. For some people eat cow's brains. So there was just a lot of shortcuts, and even in that, which is the worst. So there was, like, a lot. This is a very long article, and it's very detailed, and it was great, very comprehensive. So this was all given to the EU, and they expect some movement to be made on that. So that's good news, even though they're not doing well over there with their animal welfare standards. So yeah, but there's it's come to light, and hopefully they'll do something about it. So if I see something more on this, I will let you know. But it's already been turned into Parliament, or they said Parliament, I think, but whoever.
Who are the people who went in and found all the stuff that was wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I have to look in the article again. I think it was probably just an audit by the EU.
Oh, okay.
I know they were auditors, and they gave this report to the government. So I'm assuming the government, it's part of their, evaluations of different things. They just get audited,
Yeah.
just like businesses get audited and stuff like that.
I feel like that kind of business should get audited every year.
Yeah. So I don't know. It didn't say like when this happens, if this is an annual thing or not, or if it's ever been done. I don't know. But I feel like if it was done like regularly, they wouldn't have had this kind of report. It probably wouldn't have been as bad. So it tells me that they don't do it often, if ever. So yeah. So the next story is kind of a fun one. And it's from Fortune.com, and the headline is Tofurky wants to save the world one Thanksgiving roast at a time. Now it's sold 5 million. So Tofurky came out like all over this past Thanksgiving that they sold their 5 millionth roast, which is good. And it's a really good just piece on like the story of Tofurky and how they came about and their founder and like their starting. This is like really good story about like their beginnings there. And they do talk in there about some statistics about people that are, as we all know, that, vegetarians, veganism, and just people that are substituting animal products with plant-based products, even if they're not vegan or vegetarian, is climbing. So they were talking about that. So yeah, it was a kind of like a feel-good story, and it was hopeful and good. And, obviously Thanksgiving is a big turkey eating holiday, but Christmas is right behind it. A lot of people have turkey. We always had turkey on Christmas Eve. So every holiday is another opportunity to, especially if you're a vegan and a non-vegan family, to bring this along. So it was a good story. It's a long one, and it's actually, I didn't even expect them to go into like the history of the company and stuff, which is interesting. So yeah, check that out.
When I was at Whole Foods, the one in Los Altos, I noticed right by like where the Earth Balance and butter and salsa and that section, there's just a giant long freezer that's in the middle. So it's almost like it's a display freezer.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah. It's
And
like an end cap, but not.
Yeah.
It's the middle.
Yes.
But by the end caps, though.
Yes, but it's by the end caps.
Yeah.
And it's just like giant, and the whole thing is just filled with all the different kinds of vegan turkey. And I was like, wow, we are like lucky to be vegan these days.
Yeah. And like, I had Tofurky, like their roast for years, and like other companies have done better, I think, now. I mean, this one's the most accessible. Like, it's in Walmart, it's other places. So, like, more people can get them than the other brands. I prefer some of the other brands. But, they were the first, and they're, like, leading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other brands are joining, which is great. Because then, competition drives prices down and drives quality up and everything. It can. So yeah, it was good.
What is your favorite one? Do you have a favorite?
Was it...
I won't tell them.
No, I can't remember. There's so many now. Was it the Guardian one?
Mm-hmm.
Field Roast has one, right?
Yeah.
Guardian has one. It's one of those two.
Okay.
And then Field Roast.
Field Roast comes in a box and Guardian comes in a bag. If
it's
that
Field
helps.
Roast then.
Okay.
Field Roast, that's the one I like the best.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's what we'll be, I'm sure, having on Monday or whatever. Tuesday. I don't know when we're going to do our big meal. We always did our big meal on Christmas Eve. And then we had Christmas Day breakfast. And then we had Christmas Day dinner. But the Christmas Day dinner was a little bit smaller. Christmas Eve was like the anticipation. It was Christmas Eve was the big deal.
Oh, maybe I should pick something up from Butcher's Son then. Usually we don't even have a big meal because we don't really celebrate.
Yeah.
We just have Chinese food on Christmas. But if we were going through there anyway, I might as well pick something up from Butcher's Son. Mm-hmm. They make the best stuff.
I've seen their stuff like, order your stuff.
Yeah?
So.
It's not too late?
I don't know, but I know I've seen.
Yeah.
It's still a week out, so it's a week today. It's Christmas, so.
I'm going to check it out.
You might have time.
I'm going to see.
I wouldn't wait, though, too much longer.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll try to do
Go
that.
Tofurky. So, don't be scared bringing your Tofurky to your non-vegan family Christmas or next Thanksgiving, because you're in good company. 5 million other people. So, yeah. So, Robin, what's been happening at the dollhouse?
Ooh, stuff has been happening. Well, we were just talking about how I'm going to try to make key lime pie, but we'll see how that goes. But before that, I made lemon cake, which I just posted last night, so it is on vegandollhouse.com right now. And I made that lemon cake so many times before I got it right, but finally I got it, and it's different than any other lemon cake I could find, and it's delicious.
It was good. I had a bite at Lizzie's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it pass the Ashley test?
Mm-hmm. I love lemon stuff, so it's not hard to pass the lemon test with me, because as long as it's even like vaguely lemony, anything, I'm like, ooh.
I thought I liked it until I ate it for an entire week.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then let's see. Oh yeah, so we did the Christmas tree. Sorry, the holiday decorative
Festive
tree,
holiday tree.
formerly known as the Christmas tree mini cakes. And that recipe is up on vegandollhouse.com also, with a link to Ashley's video that she made. And then I posted my sweet potato bunny biscuits because I've been making these for years, and I realized that they weren't on my website. And sometimes I just like having my recipes on my website so that I can refer to my website for them.
That's the whole reason I started my blog.
Yeah.
I was like, great, if somebody else finds this helpful, that's great. But I can't remember every vegan restaurant I've been to. Or, you know, if I haven't been somewhere for years and I'm going to go back, I'm going to be like, did we like this place? Did we not? You know,
and what did we order? What did we like out of the things we ordered? That's another really helpful thing.
Yeah,
too.
I'm kind of not doing that. I'm doing like
really?
the highlight. I'm like doing the highlight thing that I had because
Yes.
it's taking me too long to do my blog.
Do
if
the
I
highlight
whole
thing, but that's
Yeah.
the only thing you care about.
Yeah,
Like
so
I want to
I'm
know the
doing
best
some- but
thing
I'm-
on the menu is blank.
Basically,
So I know what to
I'm
get
still
next
doing
time.
that, but
That's good.
Yeah, I've combined things a bit, or yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole reason I started my blog.
Yeah, I mean, it's useful resources, people. Create useful resources for yourself. Make your life easier. So, yeah. So, even though I'm sure it's not difficult to make a sweet potato bunny biscuit, or shall I say a sweet potato biscuit, you don't have to make yours shaped like bunnies. You can make them any shape you want.
Any cute animal you choose, but it must be.
But it must be a cute animal.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
Mm-hmm.
We'll send an auditor to your house to make sure you're doing it right. So that's up there. And then I made something called green beans in a blankie, which is basically the same thing as pigs in a blankie, where you buy the crescent rolls, except that you wrap them around green beans. And it was quite delicious, I have to say.
You don't do like one green bean. Do you do like a several?
I did like 5 green beans
roll.
per roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I feel like I could have fit a few more too.
Yeah.
But I just stuck with
I
5
love
because
green
I wasn't
beans.
sure.
Love green beans.
Yeah.
And I love crescent rolls.
I think you'll like it. I'll make it for
I
you.
wonder if you could do like a whole little meal inside.
Oh my god, yeah, you could.
Like you could do a couple green beans, a couple something else.
Someone
or
asked
something.
me if I put mushrooms inside, and I was like,
Oh,
no,
well,
why would I do that?
That person, you don't need to listen to them.
And I think it's because when people make green beans for the holiday, they put mushrooms in it, like green bean casserole or something.
Typical. I mean,
So I
it's
think that's
not.
why
I wouldn't
the
say
question
typical,
came
but
up.
it's not uncommon, I guess. But it would be cool to do like a little bite-sized meal, whatever you wanted to
Yes.
do, whatever type of
Yeah.
you wanted to do, but it'd all be inside that thing. That'd be
Yeah.
cute.
Well, have you seen the little tofu mashed potato flowers that I made? Maybe it rings a bell, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same idea.
Mhm.
It's like the turkey.
I like
little
that idea,
flour
like
with
the
the
little-
mashed potato
yeah.
and gravy inside. Yeah, I like the idea.
I like the
too.
idea of like
the meal
little
in one.
meal, yeah. Bite-sized meal.
Well, like the Thanksgiving dinner cake.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's obviously not little and cute, but it does have the whole meal in one.
yeah, that's cute.
I know, I like that too. So the green beans and the Blankie are up there, and then I made some stuffed cookie lollipops.
Oh, I had one of those, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, the same thing? Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
We did a stream. We've been streaming lately. We're streamers now. Now when I say that, it makes me think of like the colorful
streamers.
We're streamers. I'm a purple one. What color are you, Ashley?
Teal, I think.
And so we were streaming some cooking and some
You were doing
tasting.
the biscuits.
Oh, was
But then
I?
you also had them.
Oh,
You
yeah.
had those already done,
I
the
was doing
lollipops.
biscuits, yeah.
Yeah.
So you did taste them. They have candy bars inside. So it's kind of like a hidden surprise cookie, but on a stick, which makes everything better. And those turned out so good that then I made pizza lollipops. And the pizza lollipops have pepperoni inside, and it's a recipe that's a take on the Miyoko's pepperoni, unpepperoni, she calls it.
I would, oh my gosh. Yeah. A pizza lollipop. That sounds.
Right?
Right up
And they're
my alley.
heart-shaped.
Of course. Well, that went without saying.
I'm going to have that up on the website by the time this goes live, hopefully. But I haven't put it up yet. And that's all I've been making in my kitchen. What have you been making in your kitchen?
Well, for the party that we had, the festive party, formerly known as a Christmas party, I made sugar cookies. And I can't remember the sites that I got these recipes off, so I'll put them. They'll be in the show notes. I made sugar cookies, and they were star, gingerbread, and stocking shaped. Those were the cookie cutters I used.
Wait, they weren't candy cane shaped? That was a
Oh,
stocking?
no, it was candy cane. Okay. There was a stocking, but I didn't use it.
Okay.
Right,
I was like, oh, weird. I totally thought that was a candy
That's
cane.
right. I forgot. Yeah. So they were star, candy cane, and gingerbread man shaped. And then I did red velvet chocolate chip cookies, which were made from an accidentally vegan red velvet cake mix. And then you just add like flax egg and earth balance and chocolate chips.
You know.
Anyway, they were really easy, so and quick to make. And then I just made a dollhouse favorite, puppy chow.
Oh my god.
And this, because it's just puppy chow, it doesn't look very festive, so this didn't really make it look festive. This made it taste more festive. I just got some vegan chocolate bars that were peppermint, and I just broke them up and added them in, so you got a little peppermint.
It tasted festive to me.
It tasted festive. It didn't look any more festive.
It looked festive.
Okay.
To my mouth, to my hands, to my tongue,
soul.
to my stomach.
Yeah, so puppy chow's super, super easy and, always a winner. So, yeah, that's what I made.
I don't want to have to admit this on our podcast for the whole world to hear, but I'm going to. You gave me a to-go bag of cookies.
A doggy bag.
And puppy chow. And it's all gone. I ate all of it already. And that was like 2 days ago. So good. Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Now y'all know what
I'm getting better. Getting better.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's it. I did baked for like 2 days. And then Matt wanted me to make the red velvet cookies again for his work party today. And I texted you last night. I'm like, how do you do this like every day? I'm so tired. Baking is so exhausting. So yeah, I'm good for a while, I think. It's fun, but when you have to do a bunch of different things, it's just like too much. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's because I don't have a lot of other stuff going on, I guess. Just baking, that's it.
I enjoy it. I enjoyed it, but I just do it, doing 3 things was a bit much, even though I spread it out for me, because I'm an amateur. So yeah.
And did you taste anything this month that you want to talk about?
Are you talking about Wagger Whimper?
Mm-hmm. I don't want to hog this whole segment, but I have quite a few things to discuss.
I'm glad you do, because nothing's coming to mind.
Okay, well, here is our segment called Wagger Whimper, where we talk about a vegan product that we tried for the first time, and we decide if it made us wag or whimper. So I purchased something that I saw at Rainbow Grocery, and it was chicken nuggets, but they were organic, which I
hard to
have
find.
I have a hard time finding organic mock meats in general, much less chicken nuggets. So the brand was Viana. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Viana.
Viana. That's what I would go for, but I'm horrible at pronouncing things,
too,
but that's what I would go for.
And it came with about the same amount that would come in a pack of Gardein, like 6 or 8 or something. And they kind of reminded me a little bit more of a typical chicken nugget. I think that it maybe wasn't as much breading, but the breading was crisper.
Okay.
Like more crunchy. Anyway, I really liked the consistency of the chicken also. It was like more chewy and less soft. Or less squishy? Maybe less
more
squishy.
texture or something?
Yeah, it had like more texture.
Instead of just being a mush or something.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard of this brand, I don't think.
I liked it. I would definitely get it again. So the Viana veggie chicken nuggets made me wag.
Yeah.
Also, for those of you who don't yet know, Violife has finally started bringing grated cheese to the States. So I found the mozzarella and the cheddar both grated at Rainbow Grocery. Hopefully it'll be at Whole Foods soon too.
Are they a UK company?
Probably. I know they're a European company. I'm not sure if
Okay.
they're originally UK.
Okay. Right. That makes sense. Because I think my mother-in-law had, because I had like bagels every day. I was on a bagel kick when I was there in September. And she had like an off-brand vegan, like, cream cheese. And then I think it was a Violife cream cheese. I liked the other one better. They were both good, but I actually liked whatever the off-brand was. I don't even know.
I don't like the Violife cream cheese.
It wasn't, it wasn't Kite. It wasn't Kite Hill.
It's like Kite Hill. That's what I say about everything.
They didn't have Kite Hill there. That's just like everything. Well, it's not Kite Hill. Even you're like, oh, look at this shirt. I like it. But it's not Kite Hill. They don't even make clothes. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not Kite Hill. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I'd ever had. I had tried it there.
Okay.
This was months ago. And it was good. I actually liked whatever the other one. I can't remember what the other brand was. And I actually liked the other one better.
And also free from one, because I like the free from.
I don't remember what it
cheese.
was. I don't remember what it was.
Well, yeah, so the Violife definitely started in Europe before it came here.
Okay, that makes
which
sense.
Which means the line in Europe is a lot more extensive. Like, they have mock meats and stuff there, too, that they don't have here. But it's kind of nice to see that they're expanding here. It means that they're doing well enough that they're
you don't expand like that if you're
things.
not doing well. Yeah. If you're struggling, so...
So if anyone sees the Violife shredded cheese, definitely grab it. And if you haven't tried Violife cheese at all, it's black packaging. If you see it, try it. It's definitely good. If you're into the follow your heart cheeses, you'll definitely like this.
Okay.
And it's affordable.
Cool.
Which is nice.
Is it Whole Foods, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen it.
And hopefully the shreds will be there soon too.
All right, I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, I don't really buy shredded cheese.
No?
We don't really use it.
You don't? You don't make pizza at home?
No, not at home. I should. I just get into like a pattern of what we make.
Yep.
I need to like once in a while I'll go through a phase where I need to find new recipes, and then I do find some things that I cycle through.
Yeah.
But I have to get real bored to do that.
Yeah.
So.
And so the Violife grated cheese made me wag.
Oh, you have witnessed a miracle here, folks. 2 wags, no whimpers. And I can't think of anything. I was trying, when I was looking at our notes here, I was trying to think if there's anything. I'm sure there is.
There always is, but it's like we don't remember them.
I'm getting better at when I'm trying something, I think about it. I'm like, this is new. I gotta remember I take a picture or something. Or like if I just think like, or say out loud, I have to think of this for Wagger Whimper, it will come back to me. But if I just eat it and I don't even remember, I never think about it.
The falafel balls that you served at your party were new to me with the hummus inside.
Okay, I'd had those before.
Yeah.
The ta-da.
Everyone had them. Everyone was like, oh, are these ta-da? I was like, I've never heard of this, and everyone knows what they are.
Well, now you know how it feels, because that's usually me. The new thing. I'm like, hey guys, have you heard about this? They're like, yeah, like 5 years ago. I'm like, oh, okay. When it comes to products, I'm
welcome to Clueless Corner for once.
Mm-hmm.
All
yeah.
right.
It's not so nice in the corner. It's cold and lonely in Clueless Corner.
That's why she has her coat on.
Yeah.
You guys can't see that, but she's cold over here. All right. That wraps up episode 39.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're currently on Stitcher, YouTube, iTunes, Breaker, and if you want us to be somewhere else, you have to let us know. So go to our website.
Help you.
We have a website at dollsanddonuts.com. Donuts spelled the traditional way, of course, because
I demanded it.
You know why. And you can get a hold of us there. You can also find Ashley at theveganadventure.com. And you can find Robin at vegandollhouse.com. And you can leave us a review if you want, wherever you're listening to this. And we like that too.
Yep, that'd be nice. All right, so I hope you guys had good holidays, whatever those were, or lack of holidays, time off, whatever. I'm trying to be very PC here. Whatever you did, I hope you liked it. And I hope you're not too hungover today.
And we hope we get to talk with you next month.
I hope, yeah. I mean, we plan to.
We hope you'll listen to us next month.
Horrible.
We hope we're not talking to no one next month.
Unless we, like, go visit the Kite Hill factory and it explodes and kills us both. That'd be
What?
a good way to go, though.
Why would that happen?
Because you said, hopefully we'll talk to you guys next month. Like, oh.
Oh, we'll be talking. Will you be listening?
Well, you know what? It might not be too bad to be in a Kite Hill heaven this time next month. Just, like, floating around in Kite Hill cream cheese in heaven.
Oh, I'm fine with that heaven.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we won't see ya. All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.